situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Chicago Bears and the New York Jets. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. To throw is Fields. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Fields. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Here's Fields. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. The 40. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Jets lead at 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the year. A 3-game winning streak really coming at the exact right time, Charles, to get them back into playoff contention.
And it's always a question of when do you want your football team to peak? And everyone always talks about you want to be playing your best ball going into the playoffs, but sometimes you need your best ball before that time. And this team, going into this stretch of games, they are certainly playing their best football of the year.
2nd and 10. Fields again. That pass complete to Moore. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. This defense for the Jets, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete there to Moore. Touchdown, Bears! DJ Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from drawing level. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. On first down, Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, was the one disrupting there defensively. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move it back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. Throwing now is Rodgers. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to the ground with Hall. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good game. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Hall again on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Charles, remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were in the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
That's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice short tackle.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here's Austin. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today. Right. So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. 18 more yards there and another 1st down. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. The Jets at 8-2 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Rodgers going to throw. This is Smith with a grab. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. One more time with Hall. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll look to run with Hall. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route, and he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Fields now to throw. That's complete to Mooney. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A final shot before the break. Fields. Pass incomplete. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
Rodgers now on 1st down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Give to Hall running right. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Stuck for a loss by the safety, Eddie Jackson.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. C.J. Uzomah. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Rodgers will throw for it. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. Touchdown, Chicago!
Robert Tonyan,
65 yards.
and the Bears are back within a score.
Santos with the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Option play, here's Hall.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Rodgers. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line.
On the draw, it's Hall.
And room there to work it inside the 25. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. From the 24, Rodgers.
That's caught. It's Austin left side.
Touchdown, Jets.
Calvin Austin.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Jets are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired. Zerline out now to kick this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their lap.
He's got a man complete.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover, put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Chicago.
So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. To throw is Rodgers. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
Rodgers now on first down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Kyler Gordon picks it off. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Out of the gun, Fields. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Herbert will score. Touchdown, Chicago. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. That's caught by Wilson.
Oh, and now some space to operate.
And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards.
No surprise he was targeted on that play because you and I both know quarterbacks like guys who can catch the ball, but they actually expect that. They love the guys who do something with it after the catch.
Impressive making him miss on that tackle attempt. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back to throw, Rodgers. Toward the pylon, caught. And he is out of bounds here. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
All right, field goal gets you the lead here. I mean, but I might want to just go ahead and go for something big.
Oh, come on, you got to kick it.
I mean, you got to be glad I'm not the head coach here, right? The whole team would want to revolt at this point.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. They do tack on the extra point as well. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. All eyes on Fields. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. fielded just outside the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Bears. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. That fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Ball again on second down. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Like all great games, it came down to the final snap, Charles. They had to heave it and hope, but the Hail Mary ultimately intercepted, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, and you never want to be in a situation where your entire game comes down to throwing a jump ball as far as you can. But in that situation, you want to loft it up and hope one of your guys can win in the air. This time, though, this is the defender got up there, and that was the end of the ball game. Close one throughout. One team just had a little bit more at the end than the other.
So for the Jets, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding it like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, I'm looking back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper. They call me Big Dog riding with the hillbilly. Cubone staying with the lip. Really became a boss many years back when I'm gone. Give me, pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce the got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border. So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Let's turn it up, a little louder, turn it up, a little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we move the pound, take a look around. When we touch the town, not the way, stomping in my big black J's. Corny, get stuck in the maze. We never suffer fools, had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool. That we got another world tour, touching every shore, from Cali to Singapore. Every day I'm seeing more in the temple as we rock up tempo instrumentals. I saw my dream in a dream, then I woke up, put the dream team together. Now we